Daniel, with Team Body Project, I know you hear this all the time, but you have changed my life. And I love watching the way that you change others' lives as well. Thank you so much for all you do and for being part of the pack today.
Thank you for having me.
Daniel, will you tell us a little bit about Team Body Project, how it started, how it's going, and especially how it has changed because of the pandemic?
Oh, wow. Okay, so the Team Body Project started. We actually had a small gym in London, and myself, Alex, and we were getting quite predictable results with lots of different people from different backgrounds and different aspirations. And anybody who's worked in fitness probably knows that repeatable, predictable outcomes are quite hard to achieve. And at this point, the internet was already big, but I think online fitness was starting to take something of a hold. And I said, look, we've got a method here, that we've got a way that we not only build exercises that combine our skills, but also a philosophy, if you like, that we think, a set of principles that we think support people in getting the outcome they want. Let's try and put it online. And there's been a number of iterations through that, but that it's just grown from there. You know, we've had to change and listen to people. In terms of the pandemic, I think that the online fitness has become more mainstream. It's become more, okay, this is something that you can do. I think that gyms have very marketed very well the idea that in order to be healthy, you have to attend a building with a set of machinery. People are understanding that isn't true. Mm-hmm. Our bodies can move wherever we are, as long as we understand how to move them well.
Absolutely. No, that's perfect, especially without any equipment. And what I find, I hear a lot where people say, I need somebody to motivate me. That is exactly what you and Alex do so beautifully. I had somebody message me the other day because I share your workouts often. I'm a huge fan. I have done them every day for a year. And if I miss it, I think, oh, I'll have an off day. Later in the afternoon, I do one because I miss you too. I miss the feeling I get after your workout. But somebody messaged me and they said, what I love the most about Daniel and Alex is that they're not, that drill sergeant and really yell at you to do it. They encourage, they empower, they inspire the whole way through. And it's so beautiful the way that you have done that. Was that intentional? Is that just how you both are?
I don't think it's about how we are. I think that it starts with trying to position yourself where somebody else is and really thinking about them. And certainly when I started in the fitness industry, I thought the way to train was probably to push, work. And I didn't have the empathy to understand that as a 20-year-old, my fitness levels were very different to a 40-year-old who had been sat in a desk and not been exercising for 10 years. So I think what it comes down to is empathy. You've got to look to the other person and see their reaction and understand that you're making a mistake and change. And that progress of saying, okay, well, this isn't working for them. It might have worked for me. Does this work for them? And seeing their response and seeing their reaction, and then trying to adapt to meet them where they are, rather than this is the way I am. And that's how we've done it. It's just always listen to people, listen to the feedback, see what the reactions are. And when it's working, do more of it. And it comes down to none of us start as the finished product, and we'll never be the finished product. But the reason I think Body Project has such a powerful message now is because we've listened to people and what they need over the years and done more of that.
Oh, and it shows. I'm curious how it is working with your spouse, your life partner, doing this together. If you've been around the workouts for a while, you can tell who designed which workout. But how does that balance come?
Alex designs hers and I design mine. and we'll talk about it. So I might say, because I'm more involved probably in the social media side of things, I might say, okay, there's a demand for a glute workout or an isolation workout, or there might be something. So I'll kind of often be more at the front end, at the sharp end of seeing what people are needing, but I'll recognize it's the kind of thing that Alex is better at designing, and then she does it. So I don't offer any feedback in that process. I think that, so Alex has a tendency to make things hard with low rest times. Yeah. So there are moments when we have that, Alex, I think they need a bit more rest on average. Like I couldn't do that possibly, but actually over the years that has, we understand what's required, and she just does hers and I do mine. And then when we film it, often we won't have a clue if we're doing it together what the other person has done, which we like, because actually it puts you in that real experience. And so we'll make mistakes and we won't get it right the first time. And it works more naturally that way. So Alex has thrown this move on me. There's a move where she does this kind of, and I felt a bit silly, but you can see from my reaction, I'm like, and you can't have that if I knew what was coming. If I had to sort of react authentically, which I think is nice, because everyone who's taking part is reacting authentically, and it connects us more, doesn't it?
It really does, especially when you're saying, oh, this is a bit messy, or total 10, for instance, where you're saying this is the hardest yet. To hear you say that, it's like, oh, good, he feels it too. Yes, it is. But we love it, and we love seeing your banter back and forth. But I like how organic it is. Everything just doesn't feel staged. It feels like it flows, like we're in this together.
Absolutely. That's a comment that comes up a lot. And I don't know how you can be anything but authentic. I find it one of the most surprising comments, because I don't know how to be anybody else. I don't have any, Alex doesn't have any other thing that's who she is who she brings, who I am. So I find it the most surprising thing, because it just is. Like, it doesn't feel like there's anything, but it obviously means something to people because everybody says it.
Yes, absolutely. Obviously, you and Alex are just phenomenal coaches, and you both bring so many unique aspects to each workout. I also love the team. Kristen, Tarsh, Christine, everybody is phenomenal. But what surprised me most about joining Team Body Project was the community that comes with it. So not only do we have you guys as our coaches, but if you go on social media or the website, you can see the other people who are doing this along with you. Everybody's at different levels. Everybody has maybe not a knee injury. They've got something else that happened to them in the past, or they're battling a disease, but we're here together and we're bringing our all. How do you cultivate something like that? How did that come to play?
So I didn't have any knowledge of how to do it. Just a sense of value of treat everybody as the individual, as the most special person. And so when you've got 100 members, we had should we call it a struggling business? We weren't making any money. We were really struggling to survive in the early days, but I still believed treat everybody as special. Don't look at it as we haven't got enough members. Look at it as each one of them is really special to you, because they are, because it's not a number. So when I'm speaking to anybody, commenting on anything, talking to the camera even, I'm always thinking about one person. And that's the same when we had 10 members to now the millions of people that have taken part in Body Project around the world. It's still the same principle. People are not numbers. They're special. They're individual. So I didn't cultivate anything. I just continually treated people, and Alex treated people as valuable individuals. And I hope that what's happened is that everyone then has done that for one another. And that, I think, has made a very unified, because that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about personal relationship. It's not about a tribe. It's about lots of individuals caring about one another.
Mhm.
And yeah, so that, and I think that I don't have a special recipe for it. It's
Yeah.
just everybody mattered from the start to us,
Ah,
and we treated them as such.
not only that, I think that you have helped us, you have helped me find a better relationship with my body and the way that I look at it because of your encouragement throughout the workout, where you'll say things like, think about your beating heart, your lungs, how hard they're working for you, your muscles. And you'll go into it from a mindset shift of, let's put everything else aside. Look at what you're doing right now.
Mm.
That's glorious. You're alive. That's something to be celebrated today. You're moving your body. Congratulations. That was so empowering for me, and that's what keeps me going when I think about it on that level.
Absolutely, isn't it? Isn't that? I mean, you summed it up. I don't know what I can contribute to that. That's exactly it. That is exactly it. It's that wow, wow, I am moving, and that relationship I have with my body.
Yes.
Isn't it just amazing that we're in synergy? And isn't it better when we're together and I'm not criticizing? I'm not, it's that I always look at it as that synergy.
Yes.
We've got the mind and the body, and we disconnect them. And I've done it. So when I say we, I mean that.
Mhm.
I've done it. And the further you drift apart from the relationship with your body, the less your life has that synergy, that feeling of, okay, everything's working together. And when you bring it together, it's powerful. It's so powerful. And it's not about how you look. It's not about the number on the scale. It's about it's about what you are, who you are, the magnificence of you. It's like, boom,
The gratitude.
together. The connection of the mind and body. I hope I sometimes think I overcomplicate things with the way I explain it, but
That was perfect. It was perfect. Where do you source your inspiration, your motivation? Because to show up every day for us, you have to exude that. You can't, just like we've been talking about, it's very organic, it's very natural. Where does it come from?
Nobody and nothing really in the fitness industry, although I'd probably be aware of most people, and not much from sport really either. I've got sports people that I admire, and so for me it always comes down to words I've written from writers of all backgrounds, and fiction and non-fiction. I find words powerful, and everybody has something important to say. And I would say that I've been inspired by a million people, or thousands of people. I haven't read a million books, but thousands of people they've said that one thing that I couldn't have known, that only they had. And I found it in their book, in their words. And I was like, wow, I couldn't have worked that out myself if I lived 1,000 lifetimes. Thank you. But I'll be taking that for myself.
On a hard day, though, how do you bring joy?
Oh, I actually, you've probably noticed if you've done enough of the workouts that I don't hide that I'm having a hard day. And actually, that brings, I think, some level of joy, because it brings connection. I think it connects even when somebody is having a good day. When they see me saying I'm having a bad day, at the very least, it makes them think, well, thank goodness I'm not him. But when someone else is in that place where they're feeling their body's feeling heavy, and they maybe, sometimes you haven't slept well, sometimes you've slept well, ate well, trained well, rested well, and you're just not, and you think, what has happened? Why is it not going right? I did everything right. But that's okay, because so my version of bringing joy is just bringing who I am where I am, and hoping that within the workout I find my place. And invariably I do. I have that switch moment.
Yes.
And I think others feel that too. Not every time. And there's sometimes I get to the end and it's still heavy in terms of you're still feeling like your limbs are dragging, and you still haven't got that high spirit that you were hoping to achieve.
Yep.
That's okay too. Just bring the truth. Bring the truth, and know that it will balance over time. People will see the best of you, the worst of you, but the the connection, the joy comes in the truth, I think. Yeah.
Yes, you explained that so beautifully. How do you select team members for Team Body Project? How do you find people to work out with you? Because they have to fit in the groove. That to me feels like it would be a little bit tricky.
Yeah, it is tricky. I think that we also have to try and represent so many people, and everybody's different. So we can't say a body project person is this,
Right.
because that breaks everything the body project says.
Yes.
So actually, it's remarkably easy.
Hmm.
We just, and there are some people that are natural choices because of location,
Sure.
and availability, and there's others that we'd love to have. And look, we'd love to have everybody. There is nobody that couldn't fit into the body project, because if there was somebody that couldn't fit, what does our message mean?
Right.
What are we, when we are celebrating the magnificence of everybody,
Mm-hmm.
we break that by saying that person isn't right. And I think that we've had so many different personalities,
Mm-hmm.
so many different backgrounds, and you can see that across. It's represented.
Very
That
much.
there is no body project type. Me and Alex couldn't be more different either. So it starts from that.
True. Okay, I need to know where "That's the Mustard" comes from. I don't know if this is from one of the books you were telling me about, but that gets me through, Daniel. You say that, and I'm like, then I'm getting it.
Really?
Where do these quirky sayings? I mean, you were talking about guacamole or something the other day. It got into food. Where did these little nuggets of wisdom, of Danielisms come in?
I honestly, I think that I get energized, and then there's the connection between my brain and my mouth breaks, and so it just goes bang.
Okay.
So mustard, guacamole, sauce, change juice.
Yes.
It just, maybe I'm thinking about dinner. I don't know, but there's no real rhyme or reason. I don't sit there and think, what could I say today? I just,
No.
the energy strikes me. That a really nice thing, because my brother's recently taken part in Body Project. And I said to him, how does the person that you're working out with quantify with the person that you know is your brother? We have no memories without each other.
Mm.
And he just said, everything that I've ever known you to do. He said, it doesn't matter if it was chess or football or boxing or reading or going to the shops. He said, you just have this excitement and animation as soon as something catches you. Yeah. He said, it's just it's just exactly. And I thought that was nice, because wow. it confirmed, I guess, in a way that, yeah, that is, because you hear people saying, oh, you're so authentic. And you think, I'm not trying to be authentic. I'm not
but
trying
he confirmed it.
I'm not trying to be enthusiastic. I'm not trying to.
Yes.
So, but am I? Do you know? But am I though? Because I might be, but I don't think I am. And it was just nice for him to say, that's exactly your reaction that I've seen our whole lives over 40 years. That's what I've seen. You know.
Incredible. What's next for Team Body Project? What can we look forward to?
Oh wow. So we're always trying to think of new things. Mm-hmm. Some of them have been really successful. Some of them have been moderately so. Some of them are quietly making a difference. Senior Strong being an example, the workout plan we put together in a chair that we designed with seniors in mind, never made lots of loud noise, but wow, that's made a massive difference. The Stroke Association of America took that workout plan on, put it on their website. Incredible. Getting real people in, getting an orchestra, a 4-piece quartet into the studio. So we're always looking for new things, and we'll always do that. We will never have, a bit like with our people, we'll never have one product. This is what we don't want to we don't want to be put into a box.
Yes.
That's what they do. We are, just when you think the Body Project is exactly what you think it is, we're going to have something else because you've already got that. So let's have this now. Let's try that. We run the themes on of the things that people love, warrior, say, or real star, or the completes, or the totals, but we will never put ourselves into a category of that's the way we do things. There might be, there's always a better way. There's always a better way. I believe that. There's always progress.
You can tell, and you can tell that you're moving forward. You're changing things each and every time to keep us engaged and excited, empowered. I can't thank you enough from myself and everyone I've ever known who has tried one of your workouts and who's a member like myself. We adore you and Alex, the entire team, and we are deeply, deeply grateful for all that you do for us. Truly.
Thank you so much. And it's been lovely talking to you, by the way. I've had a
You too. Thank
really
you. I can't thank you enough for your time.
Absolutely.